Welcome back to the bright side once again. We left off our program yesterday talking about acne. 80% of Americans are going to break out sometime or another in their lives. Acne is not just a teenager issue. Today we have adult acne. Acne is a classic sign that something's wrong, people. It's not a bacterial problem. We said this yesterday. Despite antibiotics being the mainstay of acne remedies or acne treatment, benzoyl peroxide, for example, kills acne bacteria. Many folks are using internal antibiotics, prescription antibiotics, tetracycline and erythromycin and minocycline are the major internal antibiotics they use for treating acne. Sometimes they'll use metronidazole. Flagyl is the brand name. But despite this obsession that physicians and the medical model have with using antibiotics, the initial cause of acne breakouts, where the zit begins, where the acne breakout begins, is not a bacterial problem. It's an inflammatory problem. The same inflammation that is behind all chronic degenerative disease. All of it, folks. Inflammation equals CDD, chronic degenerative disease. That's everything pretty much. If it's not an infectious disease, and it's not, in the case of acne, although there is a bacterial involvement at the end stages, we'll talk about that here in a sec. If you're dealing with some kind of long-term chronic degenerative issue where your body's not getting better, this is the manifestation, the long-term manifestation of a defensive response. That's what inflammation is. It's a defensive response. The technical name for the defense department, if you will, the defensive system is the immune system. So you got defensive response equals inflammation equals immune system response equals every single chronic degenerative disease. Yesterday, UCLA researchers announced they discovered these plant compounds. Actually, I don't even know if they're plant compounds, but they've discovered compounds, I think they're plant compounds, that work inside a cell to suppress the molecules that are responsible for how a cell, for the dysfunction of a cell. Headline, new compounds could offer therapy for multitude of diseases. This is so important. This article sums up what I've been saying for years. All diseases are the same thing. It's just showing up in a different part of the body. The fact that it shows up in a different part of the body is irrelevant to the reversal of your disease. So these brilliant researchers from UCLA, new compounds could offer therapy for a multitude of diseases. Well, why is it that one compound or one type of compound can work for 30 or more different diseases? Because it's the same cause. They're all caused by the same problem. The UCLA researchers say they found out that they could suppress the cells, the inside molecules inside of a cell from going haywire. They call it aggregation or clumping, protein aggregation. That's the fancy way of saying it. Dr. Gil Baton, Associate Professor of Neurology at the David Geffen School of Medicine at UCLA, says, diseases caused by, this is a quote, diseases caused by protein aggregation, that means clumping up of proteins inside a cell, basically just messed up cells. That's all you got to know. Diseases caused by protein aggregation, messed up cells, that's me talking, affect millions of people around the world. That's what this guy says. Well, yes, they do. Of course they do. Because millions of people around the world have sick cells. What causes sick cells? What causes a clumping up of cells? It ain't a lack of a plant compound that's discovered at UCLA, CLR01. It's not a lack of CLR01. That's what they're calling this stuff. It's starvation, suffocation, and toxification, period. Whether it's acne on the skin or whether it's arthritis in the joints or whether it's diabetes in the pancreas or osteoporosis in the bones, whatever. It's the same thing. This is so perfect for us. If you're interested in reversal of your health issue, whatever it is, you just got to figure out why the cells are starving, suffocating, and toxic. And it ain't that hard. I'll tell you here in 1 second why they're starving and toxic and suffocated. Caught my attention about this article. Scientists say that by controlling this response, they can offer therapy to multiple diseases. Why is it that a single type of medicine with a single mechanism, anti-clumping, i.e., could benefit 30 different diseases? Because the diseases aren't different. They're all manifestations of the same type of pathology, the same type of breakdown. Clumping, scientists call it aggregation, of intercellular substances inside the cell following cell starvation, suffocation, and toxification, and nothing will create a more malnourished, suffocated, or starved cell. Nothing will create it more than inflammation. The inflammatory response is the way the body protects itself from starved, suffocated, and toxic cells. And of course, the inflammation leads to more starvation, suffocation, and toxification. And this vicious cycle, this downward vicious cycle continues. And it doesn't matter where the cell is. If it's on the skin, you're going to call it acne or psoriasis or eczema. But it's all the same thing, 6 cells. Acne, like any other chronic long-term disease, degenerative disease that doesn't get better, is not a bacterial issue. And only a bonehead medical professional would think that by killing the bacteria, you're going to cure the acne. What are the causes of starvation, suffocation, and toxification? Well, clearly lack of the mighty 90 essential nutrients, poor breathing, and a toxic lifestyle, which is mostly from foods, will result in inflammation, defense, immunity, which leads to more starvation and suffocation and toxification, which leads to more inflammation, which leads to more starvation, suffocation, and toxification, which leads to more inflammation, and on and on and on this goes. Bottom line, acne is an inflammatory issue. It's an immune issue. It's a defensive response. It's the long-term result of a defensive response that's caused by inflammatory foods in combination with nutritional deficiency and a lack of oxygen at the cell level. The bacterial issue, the bacterial component of a pimple, that only shows up in the final phase. So acne is first and foremost an immune system issue in combination with nutritional deficits, especially with one type of nutrient. I'll tell you what that is when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side on the Genesis Communication Network. Got lines open for you. 844-236-6010 is our number. We're coming back at you right after this. Don't go away.
A national crisis is here, and most people are not ready. If you could not leave home, how well would you fare? We've been told for years to have a supply of food stored, but the reasons may be different than you think. Infectious disease, domestic terrorism, and government regulations can and will prevent you from going to the store. If you've ever considered getting a supply of food, now is the time. Call Go Foods at 1-800-648-9753 or on the web at www.storefoodnow.com.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Hi, Ted Anderson. I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Gold. It's like nothing else on Earth. From the Romans through the Renaissance, from the Industrial Age to the Space Age, gold has weathered the test of time. For 6,000 years, gold has remained the ultimate store of wealth. According to the World Gold Council and the U.S. Mint, demand is at an all-time high. The stage is being set for the reemergence of gold as the common-sense alternative to a fiat paper currency that gets weaker every day. Midas Resources is proud to offer the hard-hitting report that arms you with the truth you need to protect you and your family from the Fed's plans for your hard-earned money. Don't gamble with your future. Call Midas Resources today and ask for your free copy of As Good as Gold. Call 1-800-686-2237 for the report the Fed hopes you'll never see. As Good as Gold can be yours by calling 800-686-2237. If you have ever thought about owning gold, you must read this report. Call Midas today at 800-686-2237.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows, pause and rewind live TV, even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Most people know that drinking pure high alkaline pH water is the most important factor in maintaining high energy and vibrant health. Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops combine a unique formula of the most alkaline minerals. Using plasma pH drops is the best way to make your water alkaline to help you get rid of acid and regain your health and energy. Simply put 10 drops in the water you drink to raise the pH to a healthy level. Alkalizing water helps your body rid itself of acidic waste and increases the oxygen content of your body. Disease organisms like bacteria, viruses, and cancer cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH drops now by going directly to alkavision.com. That's ALKA Vision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776 today.
We're back on the bright side. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We're on the air Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific and 10 to 11 Central Time. 24/7 on our archive page at brightsideben.com. If you miss a program, they're all up 4 years. 4+ years, I think. Let's see, 2011, 4+ years of programs. That's a lot of information. Every program is a lot of information. In fact, that's one of the things I hear complaints about, to give out too much information. I don't think you can have too much information. I want this. There's plenty of shows where people are trying to sell you products. And I'm a capitalist, so I don't have a problem with people selling products. But there's sort of an unholy connection, a not so nice relationship between selling stuff and health. If we're in the healthcare business where we're selling products, we have to care about our patients' health. And that's what this program is about. Everything you hear on this program is going to change your life in a positive direction from a healthcare perspective, from a health perspective, no matter what your health challenge may be. Because as we've been saying, all health challenges are based in the same pathological breakdown. The same biochemical breakdown is behind all chronic degenerative diseases. In any case, check out the website, brightsideben.com. Check out our archives if you miss a program or you want to direct any of your friends to a program. They're all up at brightsideben.com. Also, benfuchsarchives.com. And, of course, you can purchase products directly from the website, or you can sign up to join the Brightside Ben team directly from the website, or you can call the Brightside Ben phone team, 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. Our number today on the Bright Side and every day on the Bright Side is 844-236-6010. Got a couple lines open for you. We'll get your calls here in just a minute. A couple of minutes. I want to just finish up a few things about acne. There's so much to talk about with acne, and I want you to remember here, guys, acne is just the skin cells version of arthritis. It's the skin cells version of osteoporosis. It's the skin cells version of any chronic degenerative disease. So all of these ideas that we're talking about for treatments and for nutritional supplementation and strategies for dealing with acne are going to help you with any chronic degenerative disease. In the case of skin issues, of course, you can approach them topically, and we'll talk about that here as well. But I want to touch on a few important nutritional strategies for dealing with acne. The most important consideration when it comes to acne, when it comes to dealing with acne, is fatty vitamins, in terms of nutrition, that is. Fatty vitamins. Your fatty vitamins are the DEAK vitamins, D-E-A-K, DEAK. You got 4 fatty vitamins, you got 2 water-soluble vitamins, 6 vitamins essentially. You got C and B are your water-soluble vitamins, and then there's different types of the B vitamin. Vitamins, and then you've got 4 fatty vitamins. Your 4 fatty vitamins are going to be the key players, especially 2 of them are going to be the key players in dealing with acne. And the absolute most important vitamin for dealing with acne or any skin health issue is vitamin A. I call it vitamin anabolic because it's the building vitamin. Vitamin A is the vitamin of good times. It's the vitamin that tells the body that there's lots of food available and it's time to grow. It's summertime. It's the summertime vitamin. It's not even really a vitamin, technically speaking. It's a hormone. A vitamin helps things. A hormone does things. See the difference? A vitamin helps hormones work, but a hormone does the work. And vitamin A, even though we call it a vitamin, is a hormone because it does the work. It doesn't just help, it does. Vitamins are key players, obviously. We wouldn't be alive without vitamins. So helping is not necessarily, doesn't marginalize the importance of vitamins, but it's not as vital, it doesn't have as vital or an impact on a cell as a hormone, which actually is a switch that turns things on. Vitamins help, hormones do, and vitamin A is a hormone, and it is the most important skin vitamin / hormone, the most important for acne as well, for all skin issues, psoriasis, eczema, acne. Think vitamin A. Vitamin A plays many roles in the body. It's pro-immune, it's anti-inflammatory, it's building, it's vitamin anabolic meaning building. It's involved in all growth processes, and acne, like many other health issues, is a growth condition. It's cells going crazy, growing out of control, cells dividing rapidly. Vitamin A stabilizes how cells grow. And by the way, there's a silliness that doctors will tell you about pregnant women not using vitamin A or not applying topical vitamin A. Silly stupidity. Vitamin A helps a baby grow. It helps a fetus grow. It turns an embryo into a fetus, into an infant. So the silliness about staying away from a critical nutrient, one of the mighty 90 essential nutrients, it just defies logic how a medical professional can give out this inane, idiotic advice. Vitamin A is important for the development and the growth and it's called differentiation is the technical term of how a cell grows and divides, how it takes shape. In order to understand the importance of vitamin A and why it's so important for to keep skin cells growing correctly and to prevent the development of blemishes, and what accounts for the really medicinal properties of vitamin A, it's a prescription drug. It's used for chemotherapy, vitamin A. It's used as a prescription to treat acne. In order to understand it, we got to really understand what a pimple really is. And this is so important because when we look at the skin, appearances are deceiving. You look at your skin, right? It doesn't look like much is happening there because from a macroscopic perspective, from the bird's eye view, which is what we have of the skin, we can't see anything. You got to dive in. You got to shrink yourself down to the level of a cell to actually see all the dynamism, all the movement, all the activity. It's a beehive of activity. It's like the 405 freeway at rush hour. If you zoom into your skin, you'll see all of this movement and all of this activity and all of these substructures and all of these different types of cells and all of these levels in the skin. There's so much going on in there. And if we don't understand that there's all of this stuff going on, we're going to be baffled, like your doctor is, like your dermatologist is baffled, by how we address acne. So let's dive in to the skin and see what's happening here. Bust through the mythology around the treatment of acne. The mythology that allows us to smear on Proactive and think we're curing our acne, to be bamboozled by skincare companies and products that are on a billion-dollar scale. So when we look at the skin, even though it's hard for us to visualize the reality of what's happening, it's very instructive, especially if we're dealing with a skin issue. The skin is multi-layered. Just one example of how we're deceived by appearances. The skin looks like it's homogeneous and it's just a sheet that covers our insides, but really, it's multi-layered. It's got multiple layers. And when we don't see that it's multiple layers, we miss a very important distinction that we can work with or leverage to get the best use of our topical products and to deal with our skin health issues. The skin is also mosaic. That means it's made up of many different parts. So it's multi-layered and it has multiple components. And each one of these components represents a potential target for activation, a potential place that we can reach to help heal the skin. You've got cells that make collagen. Those are called fibroblasts. And those cells that make collagen they're anti-wrinkle for one, and they help keep the skin youthful, but they also accelerate the healing process. There's also substances inside the skin that keep it bouncy and full. Those are called sugars or proteoglycans, these substances. These substances absorb water and gives the skin a kind of full texture. There's also moisture-trapping molecules that keep the skin hydrated. I went to a little party. A little friend of mine had a birthday dinner yesterday. And invariably, when I come to a party, everybody wants to talk about skin. And a gal told me, as I hear this all the time, oh, I have such dry skin. Everybody in Colorado has dry skin. And, everybody has, it seems to be a common occurrence, dry skin. Well, guess what? Human skin should never be dry. You know how many people have dry skin that I've been talking to in the last 30 years of skincare? Everybody. That's all you need to know about how unhealthy we are. If you have dry skin, something's wrong because human skin's not supposed to be dry. Why? Because when you zoom into the skin, you'll see these microscopic sponges that hold on to water. The key to treating dry skin is to access those microscopic sponges. But if you don't know they're there, you're going to smear on the latest moisturizing cream. All right, got more to say here when we come back from our break, and we'll take your calls as well. 844-236-6010 is our number. I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll be back after this.
By now, you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins. But did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know BidBit.co. Why? Because BidBit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoins by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your products and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at BidBit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer BidBit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at BidBit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co. BidBit.co.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
This alert just came in. This special announcement is for business owners and leaders of organizations who've been waiting for the right time to build. General Steel has made it impossible to wait any longer with rock-bottom prices that could save you thousands. That's right, General Steel, America's leader in pre-engineered structures, is offering buildings at prices you will never see again. Don't miss these prices. A 50 by 100 for $35,000. You heard right, that's 5,000 square feet for $35,000. Manufacturers, if you need a larger building, try a 100 by 100 commercial building for $129,000. You can't afford to rent with these prices. Imagine a 70 by 100-foot church building for under $69,000. With the economy improving and interest rates still at historic lows, you can't afford to wait. So call 866-91-STEEL. Lock in your price now. Call 866-91-STEEL. That's 866-917-8335.
By now, you may have heard a bit about Bitcoins. But did you know Bitcoins are now over an $8.5 billion market? And did you know that over 65,000 businesses now accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know BidBit.co. Why? Because BidBit.co is where you can easily receive Bitcoins by selling and auctioning off your own personal items or promote business products and services for Bitcoins. You heard right. Whether personal or business, you can now buy, sell, and auction your products and services quickly, easily, and securely for Bitcoin at BidBit.co, the first and only marketplace website to offer BidBit Escrow, a proprietary technology which gives buyers and sellers security and peace of mind because all transactions are protected. Start today. It's free to join, free to post, free to auction, and free to bid at BidBit.co. Buy, sell, bid, or auction everything Bitcoin. That's www.bidbit.co. BidBit.co.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MyTV. 1-855-905-MyTV.
Hey, welcome back to The Bright Side. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. Get your calls here. Just a one split second. Hang tight. I want to give you a piece of a little tip for dealing with skincare issues. Use vitamin A, 20,000 IU a day if you're dealing with acne. Dr. Robert Atkins, in his book, The Vitanutrient Solution, talks about using 100,000 units of vitamin A a day. Vitamin A is a stupendously important immune system vitamin. It's anti-inflammatory. It helps stabilize the growth of cells, and in a really big way, pimple formation has to do with hyperactivity or hypertrophy. That means fast-moving or fast-dividing or fast-growing cells. Cells, when they break down, will move too fast, move too slow, secrete too much stuff, or not secrete enough stuff. That's basically what disease is in a nutshell. When we talk about all disease being cell disease following inflammation and starvation, suffocation, and toxification, the real mechanism is cells growing too fast, not growing fast enough, making too much stuff, or not making enough stuff, or maybe even making the wrong stuff. In the case of acne and skin diseases, vitamin A is a must-have. Now, here's the trick with vitamin A, and this is where vitamin A gets a bad rap. This is where doctors misunderstand vitamin A, and this is why they'll tell you not to use vitamin A, because you can't take vitamin A by itself. You got to take it with vitamin D, and you've got to take it with the entire spectrum of the mighty 90 essential nutrients. So yes, vitamin A is stupendously important for skin health, internal as well as topical. Those of you who've asked me about my Truth products, which are coming out, Truth Skin Health, Truth Treatment Systems, Truth Skin Health products, not skin care products. These are skin health products. They're going to feature vitamin A because of its unbelievable importance and the ability of skin cells to utilize it when it's applied topically. This is so neat with the skin. It's the only organ in the body that if we know what we're doing when we're formulating a product, we can address skin issues topically. You can't address your heart topically. You can't put something on your heart or your liver or your lungs or your spleen. Obviously, they're inside your body, but you can with the skin. And one of the most important topical ingredients you could ever use, maybe the most important, there's one other that's also arguably as important, but certainly one of the top two topical ingredients that you want to be looking at, especially if you're dealing with acne, is vitamin A. So important that it's actually a prescription drug. Anyway, we'll continue talking about this tomorrow. We're going to spend a few days talking about the skin in general in honor of my Truth Treatment products, which will be out here hopefully in a couple of days. And we'll especially be talking about acne because it's such a distressing condition. It's so tragic and heartbreaking. When I see kids with acne, I want to stop them and tell them. Or when I see adults, there's a lady who works out at my gym, and I swear I want to stop her and talk to her about her skin. She's probably in her 40s, and her skin is completely broken out. Clearly, there's something wrong. And it just breaks my heart because it's so easy to deal with. Anyway, we'll continue talking about this here tomorrow. And if you're interested in learning about acne, I have a video series called The 7 Different Types of Acne that I've been doing with health coach Amanda Rideout. You can Google, how would you get this? Send me an email, ben@ksco.com, and I'll reply back with some information for you to check out these videos. Okay, time to hit our phones. 844-236-6010 is our number. Let us go to California. Welcome Kristina to the Bright Side. What's up, Kristina?
Hi, I was calling because, first of all, you changed my whole family's life with the 90-day Star Pack, and we have the apple cider vinegar, and we're all doing that.
I didn't do it, though. The information did it, not me. It's the information that you took.
the information that you put out for us, yes.
Good. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So when I was pregnant, I got this rare skin rash. It's called, I can't really pronounce it. It's semaglutide gestation.
Yes, that's just a fancy way of saying the rash of a pregnancy rash.
And it was a nightmare.
I'm sure it was. It's awful. It's like herpes almost.
And they went to so many different doctors.
They couldn't help you.
No. So I pretty much just suffered through it.
Oh, that's awful. Did you have any scarring or anything? Any scarring? Any scarring?
No, I didn't get any scarring, thank God. I went into premature labor with my daughter, and then it went away for a long time. But now, she's 1 now, and it came back. It's back on me. It's on her now.
You don't have... see, here's the thing, though. You don't have a skin problem. You got an immune problem. You know, it's so funny. You know, I always laugh when I hear diagnoses, these silly things doctors tell you that you have. You know what pemphigoid means?
No.
You have a pemphigoid dermatitis, or no, you have pemphigoid gestalis, they call it, right? Gestalis means pregnancy, right? So you have pregnancy. Pemphigoid means bubble, all right? So you got bubbles on your skin from pregnancy. Did you have to pay for some boneheaded doctor to tell you, oh, let's see, I think you have bubbles on your skin from your pregnancy? That's what it is. When he tells you,
too.
Right, and so he gives you a diagnosis of... But hang on, let me just tell you, let me point this out, because this is how silly this is. You go to the doctor, you got some rash on your skin, right? So you go to the doctor, and he like goes, oh, in his famous, in his important Latin voice, he says, that's pemphigoid gestalis. And you're like, what? Oh my God, I got pemphigoid gestalis? Oh my God. All that means is you got bubbles on your skin from pregnancy. That's what he charges you for, to tell you got a skin rash. This is what this is the medical model, the idiotic medical model we have. They diagnose you with exactly what you know you have. You don't need to know the description of your bubbles on your skin. You need to know how to get rid of it. Did he help you get rid of it? No. And what's worse is...
It worse.
Well, here's what's worse. Your premature labor or your premature delivery is a result. It's the same thing. Yeah. So here's the deal. Pemphigoid gestalis, I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's an autoimmune disease. Your immune system is whacked out, okay? That means your immune system, your defensive system is whacked out. Now, the defensive response, the immune response is linked to the hormone estrogen. When you're pregnant, you're making lots of estrogen. So immune conditions are not uncommon. Plus, you have a foreign invader, which is what the fetus is, in your body. So it makes sense that your immune system would wake up when you're pregnant. All right? In combination with estrogen and this thing in your body, the baby is in your body, this strange entity is now in your body, so your defensive systems are alerted. If you are predisposed, that defensive system can turn on itself. And that's what happens when you have a skin condition, an autoimmune skin condition. So here's what you need to do for your next pregnancy. Are you going to get pregnant again?
No, I'm not going to get pregnant again. They told me it would come back in my next pregnancy.
It doesn't have to.
I got my tubes tied.
Okay, all right.
I have a boy and a girl back to back, so I'm
okay. So you're good. You're good. But here's the problem: you're running higher risks for lots of ugly things if you don't get to the bottom of this. All right, so you got an activated immune system. Whenever the immune system is activated, if you're not pregnant, you want to look at the digestive system. The digestive system is where most of your immunity is located. So anytime there's an immune condition, which is basically all chronic degenerative diseases, go to the digestive system. You have to know that you have some kind of digestive issues. You have to know that, or find it. Now, I'm guessing you know it. All right, you sound like you're in your 20s or 30s. How old are you?
25.
Okay.
Yeah, right,
so you have to know that you have some kind of digestive condition, correct?
Yeah, well, I'm worried about the baby, too, because she just got it. Like, she never had it.
She has. Is she breastfeeding?
On her arm.
Is she breastfeeding?
No, I'm not nursing. No, not anymore.
Okay. Well, chances are she's got the same problem you have. All right?
Yeah,
so,
and I don't know what to do.
Is she well, I'm going to help you, sweetheart. I'm going to help you. Hang tight. Okay. I'm going to help you, okay? Okay, so when you have an immune condition and your baby has it too now, you got to focus on foods first and digestive health. Probably your baby's colicky. She may be constipated as well. She's probably got some symptoms of digestive distress. You may not know that's what they are, but they're the symptoms of digestive distress. When she's constipated, when she's colicky, when she breaks out in a rash, when she complains you can't really tell why she's complaining or why she's kind of angsty, got this anxiousness, look to foods that she's eating. Hang tight, because I got more to say here. Don't go away, all right? This is very important.
Thank you.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of this for you, and you'll never have to have this condition again. Nobody has to have an autoimmune disease, you guys, as long as we stabilize and strengthen the immune system and keep the enemy from getting into the body. Hang tight. We're back after this.
Farmers keep their livestock lean and healthy with a mineral-rich diet. Before market, they cut off minerals, leaving them to crave high-calorie grains. If weight control is this easy, why prescribe surgery for humans? Avoid 900 different diseases by getting 90 essential nutrients. Check out sonsoflibertyteam.com, order your Healthy Start Pack, and get your 90 for life, or call 855-301-TEAM. Essential, not optional. 90 for life at sonsoflibertyteam.com or 855-301-TEAM. That's 855-301-TEAM.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
So we decided to upgrade the look of our home.
You know, improve the curb appeal.
We decided to add the look of stone to the exterior.
We really like the stacked stone look.
Yeah, but when I checked into the price, it was ridiculous. No way could we afford it.
Then a friend told me about Genstone. Genstone.
Genstone comes in lightweight panels made of polyurethane. They've actually engineered the hassle out of installation. No mortar, no mesh. It was easy. Even I could do it.
We just screwed the panels to the wall and it looks like stone. I mean, it really looks like stone.
Yeah, from the box to the wall in minutes.
We love the look of our home now.
And Genstone is durable, comes with a 25-year warranty, and offers additional R value for insulation.
If you want the look of stone at a price you can afford, call Genstone
at 855-955-STONE.
Trust me, you'll save money.
And you'll love the look.
855-955-STONE. That's 855-955-7866.
Attention taxpayers! If you've received a notice from the IRS or state, do not ignore it. It's also a big mistake to try and handle your tax problem on your own. If you owe back taxes, it's a fact that the government has the power to take everything you own, including your home, business, wages, savings, and your freedom. But here's the good news. There's a special toll-free tax hotline set up especially for you. This tax hotline will tell you about new programs that are geared to help you dramatically settle, reduce, or eliminate what you owe. But you have to call now. Take down this number or put it in your cell phone. But call 877-345-7645. That's 877-345-7645. When you call, you'll get free information on how you can reduce or eliminate back taxes, including penalties and interest. You can also be helped if you have unfiled returns, a tax lien, wage garnishment, bank levy, or if you've been entered into a payment plan but can't make the payments. Don't make the big mistake in thinking you can ignore or handle your tax problem on your own. You can stop the collection process immediately at 1-877-345-7645. That's 1-877-345-7645. 1-877-345-7645.
Ouch! My back is out again.
Hi, Dr. Ortman with Wellspring Spinal Care. If you're experiencing neck, mid, or lower back pain, this information is for you. One of the complaints that I hear is patients receive their typical adjustment, only having to repeat them as the pain returns. Putting the bones back in place is only half of the battle. At Wellspring Spinal Care, we have the entire solution. We use the NUCA approach, utilizing three-dimensional x-rays and gentle touch technology to deliver specific correction. We then design a custom nutritional supplement program which provides essential nutrients targeting the areas of concern. With a NUCA approach and proper nutrition, you'll be on your way to a faster and more permanent recovery. To get you on the road to wellness, visit drortman.com. That's drortman.com, or call us today, 952-303-9124. That's 952-303-9124. Wellspring Spinal Care, chiropractic done right.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
Okay, we are back on the bright side. I'm going to go a little bit fast here, Kristina. So I think I beat a dead horse. I've already beaten this thing to death here. You understand that it's an immune system problem, an inflammatory problem. Okay, so how do you deal with immunity? Work on the digestive system, number one. Link your digestive symptoms. First, find them. You know they're there. Find them. Link them up to foods, and then eliminate those foods. If you want, and this is true for everybody listening, if you have an autoimmune or an immune problem, if you want quick, instant results, stop eating for 2 or 3 days. You'll immediately feel better. Once the food is cleared out of your body, you'll start to notice improvement. Obviously, you have to eat. So when you start eating again, pay very close attention to what foods cause digestive distress and then eliminate those foods. Then simultaneously, parallel with this strategy of doing a food diary and eliminating problem foods, start to support the digestive system. Go get yourself the Biolumin Nightly Essence from Longevity. Call 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. Tell them you want the Nightly Essence, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 capsules at night. Start to do apple cider vinegar after all of your meals, if you're not doing it already.
I do.
And then
I do.
continue.
I was just wondering.
Hang on, let me finish, Kristina, okay? Let me finish. Start to do all the digestive support, digestive enzymes. You might want to get on the Fucoid Z and the Z Radical, and then also the Mighty 90 essential nutrients. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead. Your baby, you're concerned about the baby?
Yeah, so
Foods.
So I should not give, she's a picky eater as it is, and she eats a lot of vegetables, and
you're going to have to see. I can't tell you on the phone. You're going to be her. You're going to be her doctor. You're going to doctor her. You're just as smart as any.
Cleanse her.
You don't need to cleanse her. She cleanse herself.
Okay.
You need to just stop putting the stuff in. You don't need to cleanse her.
Okay.
Just stop putting the stuff in. So when she complains, that's what I was telling you before we went to break. You know, she'll get a little anxious, kind of bouncy around. You know what I'm saying? You'll know something's wrong.
Yeah.
Right. That's her belly. She doesn't know. She can't tell you. What's she going to do? So she'll just roll around and she'll just look like she's distressed. That's her belly. Can you imagine what this poor baby's going through, sweetheart? Can you imagine this?
That's why it makes me so worried.
Of course it. Obviously it does.
Probiotics, and I got probiotics that she likes.
It's simply the foods she's eating. Watch for the foods, okay? Pay very close attention to her bowel movements, to her distress, any kind of complaints, gas. If she, sometimes babies, their digestive system is not built up strong, so she may have symptoms that aren't related to food, so you're just going to have to be very vigilant. Play with her diet. The probiotics are great. Stay on those. If you can get her to eat fermented foods, that's even better. But whatever you can do to support digestive health. It's a digestive condition primarily. That's and maybe even only. Okay? And God bless you with that.
Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Good luck with everything. Let us know how you're doing. Shoot me an email, ben@ksco.com. Let me know how everything's going, okay? Thanks, Kristina. Okay. All right. That's so tragic. Let's go to Robert in L.A. What's up, Robert? How you doing?
How you doing, Ben? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up in Los Angeles today?
Not much. Pretty nice weather today. So,
are you right in the city? Are you right in smack dab?
Yeah, I'm right in I'm a little bit off the coast. I'm kind of near the LAX area.
Okay. What do you do out there?
I'm an electrician for a local college.
Oh, nice. UCLA or small one? Small college?
Actually, it's Loyola Marymount.
Loyola, right there on the way to Santa Monica. I think it is. Right? Yeah, I know we are. Okay, what's up? How can we help you?
I've been suffering from enlarged prostate, BPH, for the last year. Okay. And my doctor has me on Flomax, and it's taking a toll on me.
Of course it is. That's an awful drug.
Down.
Oh, yeah. Make you tired, ruin your sex life. It's an awful drug.
Give me headaches.
Oh, it's an awful drug. Yeah, it's terrible. Here's the deal, and you and millions of other men are dealing with this. BPH, benign prostatic hypertrophy, is, guess what? An inflammatory issue. Just a couple of minutes ago, I was saying how one of the ways cells respond to being suffocated and starved and toxic is they'll grow too fast or they'll grow too slow. In the case of a BPH, you're dealing with cells that are growing too fast. That's the inflammatory response. And this is a sign that the prostate is starting to exhibit some degeneration. So here's what you want to do. Number one, first and foremost, you need to focus on the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, especially fatty vitamins. Vitamins A and D especially. Get yourself on 20,000 IU of vitamin A. And the best way to get your vitamin D is from the sun, and you're in California. You're lucky, so make sure you're getting some sun. You don't want to burn, but you want to make sure you're getting some sun. Also, you want to get on the ultimate EFAs. Take 9 of them a day. Anything that you can do that will support the fatty system of the body. The prostate is a fatty gland. If you have digestive health issues, especially around fats, you need to correct those. Eliminating problem foods, looking for foods that cause distress, doing a food diary, and then eliminating them. And, of course, using probiotics. The Biolumin Nightly Essence is important, as well as fermented foods. You also want to be using nutrients that help your body process fats. And, of course, I'm talking about the ultimate enzymes and apple cider vinegar with all your fatty meals. So when you're eating fatty foods, fish and avocados and whatever your favorite fats are, and you should be doing fatty foods and oils, butter and coconut oil especially. Make sure you're using a lipase, Lipase. That's a fatty enzyme. You'll get those in the Ultimate Enzymes. You probably want to go get yourself some lecithin granules. You might get that at a health food store. Put a little bit in water and drink them, maybe half teaspoonful or a teaspoonful in water and drink it down with your meals, especially if they're fatty meals. And then you may want to get some extra bile salts, B-I-L-E, bile salts. And I think I said apple cider vinegar after all your meals. That will help as well. Other nutrients, and these are minerals, but they're also involved with fats, are selenium and zinc, 2 mega important minerals for the prostate. Selenium, you're getting that in the Ultimate Selenium, about 600 micrograms a day of selenium, and then 50 milligrams a day of zinc picolinate, Picolinate. These are must-have nutrients, minerals, whether you have BPH or not. 50 milligrams a day of zinc picolinate, 600 micrograms a day of selenium. A couple other miscellaneous things that might be helpful for you. And you can get the ProstFX. That's a prostate supplement that you can get from Longevity. Call 866-735-2470. You can also use something called beta-cytosterol. BETA, beta-cytosterol, Sterol, and that's got amazing effects for BPH, and especially if you're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night more than once or twice. Are you doing that? You find yourself getting up in the middle of the night?
Yeah. Since I've been on the Flomax,
that's probably stopped
that. I've been able to less stop. Yeah.
Right.
But,
when you wean yourself off the Flomax, this is what I would do. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just going to tell you what I would do. I'd be weaning myself off the Flomax, doing all those nutrients I just gave you, the vitamin A and vitamin E too, 400 IU a day of vitamin E, zinc, selenium, vitamin D, getting out in the sun, essential fatty acids. In addition to all of that, go get some beta-cytosterol and do 300 milligrams. I think it comes in 110 milligram capsules or tablets, so you'll do 330 milligrams a day. You'll notice as you're weaning yourself off the Flomax and starting your nutritional supplement program that you're going to the bathroom less, and that's your indicator that you're doing some good stuff for your BPH. Okay?
Okay, excellent. Do you think acupuncture would help at all?
Yeah, you don't have an acupuncture deficiency. This is the problem with acupuncture. I love my acupuncturist friends and my naturopath friends, but they still think they're doctors. Albeit alternative doctors, they're still doctoring you. I'm about empowering you to take care of this yourself. Unless you can acupuncture yourself, I don't like having to go to a healthcare professional to take care of my body. It's my body. Right. Unless I have, an emergency, obviously, if you break your leg or you need some kind of surgery, that's different. But just to take care of a degenerative issue, I don't like having to go to somebody else to take care of my body. And I don't recommend anybody does that. We want to learn to doctor ourselves. So acupuncture is certainly better than the modern medical paradigm of drugging and surgery and radiation, way better, and it does have some positive effects. But still, you don't have an acupuncture deficiency. You're a self-contained human being. And I don't think a self-contained human being should have to go outside of themselves to deal with their healthcare issues. Okay? This is about empowering you to do this yourself. Okay. Anything else?
Excellent, Ben. I really appreciate your help today and all your advice. And
my pleasure.
I love listening to your show on my TuneIn app. So you've been great.
Thank you so much. God bless you, buddy. Good luck with everything. Okay, let's move on to Dave in New York. What's up, my friend? We got to go fast, Dave, because we're down to the last 90 seconds here.
All right. I got a question on digestion here, too, in the fats department. Whenever I eat the fats, as I've started to do, I've been using Longevity for 2.5 years. I seem to get a lot of nasal and upper respiratory congestion when I increase the fats.
Okay,
Any thoughts on that?
Yes, sir. You're not processing your fats. Anytime you have congestion, nasal congestion or otherwise, you've got fluids leaking, and that's one of the signs of the defensive response. It's behind everything. So you got to figure out what your body's defending itself from. You don't sound like an IV drug user, so it's probably not something you're getting in through your skin. I don't think you're working in a coal mine or a nuclear power plant, so you're not breathing anything in probably, which leaves only one place, and that's your digestive system. So you want to start focusing on processing foods and eliminating foods. Get yourself a little notebook and do a food diary. See when your congestion gets worse. If you notice you have digestive symptoms, constipation or diarrhea or heartburn or nausea or whatever, then link those up to foods and then eliminate the foods. As far as processing the fats...
So once I eliminate those foods, that means I'm eating no protein foods.
No, that's what we said, fats. You're definitely going to be eating protein foods, but you got to find a good protein for you. Protein is a little tricky because protein represents life, and the body is always defending itself from enemy life forms. When it sees a protein, it thinks it's being attacked. So proteins are a little bit tricky to work with, but that doesn't mean you don't need them. You need more protein than any other macronutrient. Dave, I'm flat out of time, and there's so much more I want to tell you. Can I get you to call back tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll give it a try. Thanks.
If you call tomorrow, we'll get you first up. All right. I'm so sorry I hate leaving people on hold, but that's just how it is. We only get an hour. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Check out my website, brightsideben.com, and my blog, pharmacistben.com. And join the Brightside Ben team today. 866-735-2470 is the number to call. We'll be back at you tomorrow. We'll continue talking acne and skin health on the bright side. Thanks for listening, friends. Bye for now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
It's a terrifying thought. You're trapped somewhere without a radio and no access to GCN shows, a doctor's office, the DMV, your mother-in-law's.
Come on, stay for dinner.
That's what makes the newly redesigned GCN Live app a true lifesaver. Listen to your favorite GCN hosts and programming on your smartphone, wherever you are. Download yours free on iTunes or Google Play. The new GCN Live app. Don't leave home without it.